So I used to have this conspiracy about 2 beds, but it got debunked.
I got nothing. I got nothing. Do we have crickets? Do we have crickets?
You got to be ready with those crickets.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another edition of the AFoOL podcast, where we welcome all complaints because we complain ourselves. This is episode 129. So this is Joey's channel. That's BrickTrains in this corner. I'm getting good at this. Jabo's down.
No, you're not.
You're reversed.
Go the other way.
No,
Nope. You're
I'm over
pointing.
here.
There you go.
There you go.
well, on my screen, it looks like I'm pointing the right way. Jabo's down below. Everybody knows
There you
Jabo.
go.
He is in a new studio today, so if you hear some echoes or he's testing out the waters.
Yeah. It's hot here.
Hot dog.
And try to be like battery powered bricks and film in a hot location.
Yeah.
So, unlike our buddies at the Bricky News, we don't apologize for complaining. We just complain. So if you're a complainer, this is the channel for you.
Some of our complaints are valid.
Yes, they are.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking for the show notes.
All right. So episode 129, and we don't have a vintage set 129.
That's correct. And we never will.
How can that be?
How? Yeah. What did?
We're going to find as we go through this, there are groups of numbers, some that there's no set numbers. In fact, if we get up to the thousands,
Yeah.
there's going to be big chunks that have no set numbers.
Right.
The Lego didn't run out of set numbers under 10,000.
They organize themselves into a corner is what they do.
Yeah.
Everybody does it.
It's odd that when you get to some of the bigger numbers, they'll have sets that are sequenced in numbers that are 3 years apart.
Yeah.
Yeah. So somebody has found us a 129 though.
Yeah.
So
It's the 129th Brickhead.
there he is.
Which one is it though?
Hang on. I have to.
Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Is it the one in the middle? Is it the blue one?
Yeah, the blue one is. There you go.
Dewey.
So 129 Dewey.
We still came through.
Yeah.
Does
Exciting.
anybody have that set?
I actually do. I just don't know where it is.
I think I might have it too. I think
Let me see.
this was right when I was trying to get them all before I gave up on them.
I gave up too.
This is about the time I must have been. I haven't checked as I want, but I don't show that I own it.
Priority.
Huh?
Go back down. Instead of a 1, it says it's a priority.
Yeah, it shows. Yeah, I'm not sure what that
Priority 1.
priority thing is for that, but yeah.
I don't know if I've ever noticed that before.
So, I was supposed to find us a thing to do the year selection thing one night.
Oh yeah, you was.
I didn't do it.
I thought
Sorry.
about downloading an app yesterday, but I didn't do that either.
I'll figure something out, even if I have to fake it. So our year from last year was 1996.
So wait, are we glossing it? We have no set from the vault, no vault set from you guys.
I don't
We're just
know.
skipping over it.
Did we have?
I didn't bring one.
No, I don't have one. We didn't.
Okay.
I didn't.
Yeah,
Not a problem. We'll edit this out.
Do you have a vault set?
I have something we could talk about if you want, but it was later down in a pile.
You talking about your space set that you're working on?
Yeah.
Just whip it out, Joey.
Can
Gosh.
yeah, can we? Will it miss your show notes up if we could discuss it now? Because I've been debating on how I'm going to go about getting this set myself.
Okay, so
And what's too much to pay for a sealed one?
Oh,
I
good
looked
question.
at it because there's something. Here's the set that I'm looking at. Right. Let me see if I can pull up a picture of it. Right. Well, I got it right there. I don't know why I'm worried about pulling a picture of it up.
What's it
You know,
called?
I had that set.
You make yourself bigger. You did?
I did. I had that set.
As a kid or recently?
Oh, as a kid. As a kid.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it is the 6872 Xenon XCraft. Is that right?
Did it have a little
Yeah.
robot guy with it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I had that set.
here's my little robot guy. I'm missing the two washing machine pieces or headlight bricks, as some people call them. So I went to, okay,
What color are the headlight bricks?
they are light gray. Yeah, I already looked in your store, both your guys' stores.
Well,
I even looked in Keith's store. So here's the issue. The little robot, I got all the parts except those two pieces. And those two pieces are not expensive. They're less than $1 a piece. I can get the and I need two. I can get the robot. There's a guy selling a robot for like $2 and something.
Yeah, just skip the robot and not in the shipping.
Yeah, because the shipping is $5 something. So, I'm sitting here trying to piece it together or whatever. And it's like, well, I have all the pieces.
So this is
Or
a
I had
stupid
all of
question,
them.
but is there any chance the robot will come with the wrong color gray headlight bricks?
Absolutely.
Are those headlight bricks rare? Or well, they're obviously a little harder because they're older, but
They're older, but they're not rare.
yeah.
I was actually surprised that I didn't have any. I have a
With all the classic space you have.
yeah. Well, and the thing is that I have weeded that collection of classic. I am like totally out of extra minifigures. Anything that has a print on it. I've got a few, but that bulk lot that I bought that had all classic space has been dwindled down quite a bit. So, but the thing that I guess I just recently, so I did the video about this thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's see. I will make it bigger too.
I think you should make those circles, those circle tiles, the color to match the spaceman.
Oh.
Well, you're probably running not. They probably don't have all the colors, do they?
I don't know.
Might have some of the main primary ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a 2x2 round plate. I don't know. Interesting idea. So I was working on this, and then I have the red and white with the sticker.
Oh, those are the stickered ones. Is that the one with the stickers shaped like the torso?
The shape like the torso, yes. And as far as I knew, that was as far as it went. I do know that this set came with a sticker sheet that has clear square stickers and the space logo. I never gave it much more thought about that, and I don't know if it's just changed or if I just didn't know or whatever, but according to Bricklink, this set is listed as having the printed figure or a blank torso figure.
Yeah.
So that would make that mean that it is a possibility that this could have been a sticker.
I know mine didn't have it. I remember I didn't have a stickered torso.
Yeah, well, the one that's in there is not stickered, but there ain't nothing.
I wonder if that was one of those American versus European release.
I don't know, but we've seen those clear stickers end up on a lot of things, including other. I've seen.
Well, I just noticed on eBay, I was just looking like I always do, and that they had the color spacemen from the selections that didn't get voted for, and I looked at them thinking it was like a test print or custom or something, and what it was just the monochrome figure with the clear spaceman sticker on it, logo on the torso.
Okay.
And it didn't say that it was a custom sticker, but I'm sure it was.
Yeah, I was gonna say because they now have that clear sticker sheet stuff that you can print anything you want in color, and if you have I don't know exactly how it works. I haven't done it yet, but my daughter can run it through her Cricut, and she calls it print and cut. So it'll cut them out based around the size or the shape of the sticker. I don't know exactly how that all works or how it's set up.
So is it plastic or vinyl? Do I need to get the
The stickers I have is like a plastic sheet.
Hold on. This another plastic deal?
It is, and I'm gonna make it quick.
Number one.
Kind of plastic.
Yeah. So there were 4 stickers on that sticker sheet.
There's 4, so that's what makes it like it's not really intended for the minifigure.
But the minifig, if the inventory that was uploaded to Bricklink is accurate,
right,
and the box is accurate, like, but my problem with the set and looking for it for sale, number one, you're never going to find that sticker sheet.
Right. Yeah.
The sticker sheet clearly exists.
Yes. Yes.
But I try to look, like most of the people that listed it on eBay or Bricklink, when I say most, a lot of them know that there's the sticker torso version, and they'll say it's not the sticker torso version, it's the printed torso version. So I looked at eBay. Some of those people don't know, and it's you're like, I'm trying to zoom in to see, and most of them look like they're not the sticker. And you can see it. I can see it on your where you're sharing. Where.
And it says that other one was it. It's only in one set. It says so.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. This sticker sheet supposedly only came in this set, and but here's the thing.
Just
when you scroll down, looky here. SP007 is the printed version, as listed as an alternate.
What's this to say?
Huh?
What does this the additional note say?
Oh, that's just a warning about how it rubs off, because people think that there's a version that's like white, and it's not. It's
like most of my old ones are white now.
So is this the first set that had the yellow guy in it?
I don't think so.
Because if it's not the first set that had the yellow guy, what would be the point of
sort by year released?
Sort.
Go up there. Right there.
I'm going.
No, yeah, sort by year released.
Year released.
Oh, you did. Okay, you got it. Okay. For some reason I didn't see it. So 1982 was the first one.
Yeah. Unless you count these blister packs. Well, no, that's 82. Sorry, yeah.
So this set didn't come out to 85. So why?
Right. Why would they need to do that?
So
that's what I don't understand. Yeah.
So if I was to buy a sealed one, what is the odds that it would be the stickered version? Virtually zero.
Probably less than 5%.
Yeah.
Very low. Yep.
Oh, that stinks. So I wanted to buy a sealed one. It's 240 is the cheapest I can find. Here's another variation. There's another variation that's rare. I just saw it. The little hinge plates.
Yeah. I think I have on my set. I think I have. Let me see. Where were let me go back to the parts. Yeah. See, I have the ones that have the holes in them.
Yeah, but look at the picture on the box. What does it have? Or on the
instructions show in the build of the instructions, it shows solid.
What about the picture? Can you see on the picture?
The picture
might be hard on the
solid.
Okay.
So I need to upgrade mine, I think.
Yeah. It's interesting when Legos use counterparts or change the build. Sometimes they use the exact same picture. They didn't update the picture.
Yeah, I mean, because they're not going to go back and redo all their. Yeah, they're not going to redo all that because they ran out of a part and substituted a different one.
Yeah.
So, I did order a stickered. I was surprised that it's not as expensive as I thought it was going to be to get.
But how do you know if it's authentic?
Well, I asked for pictures. I don't. Right? It's going to be crapshoot. But the pictures that the guy sent me, I'm getting it from UK.
It's square and all that.
It's square. It's clear. And I said, does this have the clear square sticker on it? And he said, yeah. And he sent me about 4 or 5. Can't.
Well, how much is it with shipping? How much is it going to be with shipping to get it?
It was like a $10 figure, and then it's going to cost me about let's see, what was it, 17 something?
Oh wow, so
with the
you're getting
shipping.
up to $30 to get
Yeah,
it.
well, it's going to be a $20 figure, yeah, for this, yeah. Oh no, yeah, almost 30. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Math.
So
It's hard. The older you get, the
is
harder
hard.
it gets.
Yes, math is hard. So
I'm tired of adding. I want to subtract.
oh, and while we're on the subject of yellow, I don't think I showed this last week because I know it didn't come yet.
Oh, look at there.
Oh, you got a yellow one. Where'd you get the yellow one?
So on eBay, there was a yellow one listed that did not work, and when you looked at the pictures, this one was working. Yeah, it's working. The solar panel was pushed in, and it looked like the screen when it was on was all jumbled up.
Yeah.
I had another blue one that was kind of rough shape. The logo was really rough on it. So I took the guts out of that blue one and put it in the yellow one.
Oh, the keypad? Did you use the same keypad?
This is the keypad that came with the yellow one.
Oh, cool. So it's just like a little circuit board in there or something?
Yeah, it's a small circuit.
Did you do a video?
No. I'm not this great YouTuber. I know everything.
It's one of those things. How many people take those apart?
Well, I can still do it. I can take it apart. The problem was the little cell battery inside had corroded and just got all over the place inside.
Oh, there's a battery.
There's a little cell battery.
I wonder if all of them just replace the batteries.
I don't know, because that right there is your battery compartment. Maybe I should do a video.
So is that all four of them? Are you sure there's not a fifth color?
I didn't know the yellow one existed until he pointed it out to me the other day. And for a working one, what is it? It's like $30, $40.
40 was the cheapest. 40
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. So I found the broken one and was pretty happy to get that one. So.
Oh, great. I'm glad you found that and were able to make it.
Yeah, now there'll be another color show up.
White.
White. Never know. You never know. Okay, so 1996.
Yeah, our production staff needs to get us a stinger for this.
I'm sure Jason's not doing anything. You want me to call him, tell him to get on so you can berate him? Jason. All right, let me get 1996 pulled up here.
So, as you're pulling it up, I noticed that seems to be like every year we're looking at, there are more combo packs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they were made every year.
These were interesting. These little brick boxes.
Yeah. I wonder if these are if you bought them from the mail order catalog. They came like that. I didn't do a lot of mail order in the 90s.
Yeah, I have no idea. We got some Aqua Zone starting to show up. Space Pirates.
Somebody needs to update these pictures.
Somebody sends me a good one, I'll be more than happy to add it. I got an email right now before I went on vacation. Somebody's got some pictures that are wrong on BrickSet.
Yeah.
And they asked if I would update them, and I said, yeah,
Is
let me
it
look at
old
it.
stuff or modern stuff? What was it?
No, it was like 80s or 90s.
Oh,
It was
old.
I mean, it's vintage for sure.
Yeah.
Because I've made that comment. I'm not messing. There's a certain date at which it's kind of easy to tell when you're scrolling through BrickSet. They just get their pictures from Lego. They just they're
after that date.
Yeah.
Lego
allows them to directly download. So
nothing's standing out so far.
Hey, we're getting close to the first set that I really, really like.
This is Jason's. It's got to be, right?
Oh yeah, there you go. But see, he's got a full shirt.
Yeah, he's got the full shirt on.
Yeah.
But he's got a Speedo. No ice cream or martini.
He's got a megaphone.
There's a dolphin. Get out of the water. There's a dolphin. Here's your mega pack or your multi packs. Actually,
I remember
this is a multi pack.
Why is it?
I don't know. This is some kind of glitch in BrickSet's database. I
They're
don't know.
the same thing.
It
Wait, one
is.
of them says -1, one of them says -2.
Oh, you know what it is? So you got the Space Castle value pack, then you got the individual set.
Yeah, but wouldn't these
But
set?
they never sold separately.
Right, but if I click on it, it's oh. Why is it?
Because
They don't have numbers.
yeah, they don't.
Those sets don't have numbers.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's one set disguised as two.
Yes. There you go. So 1843 and 18. I get it now. Okay.
So do you have it with the box?
See,
I don't. I
used to.
have it. Well, hang on. Let me look and see what my thing says. It says, yes, mint and seal box. It's up here above my head.
Wow.
Oh,
Location unknown. It's up here above my head.
You were almost organized.
Oh, so digging through. What was I digging through the other? Oh, looking for these pink I've lost a whole PT005 tub. I can't find it.
yeah, I caught that on your video.
Ugh.
I don't know where it is.
Just think. So I guess I really need to check. That says I own 2. How is that? Yeah, see, it says it's in the office. I must have one assembled.
You must have a one of assembled for your space cabinet, probably.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, let's keep looking.
Oh, so this house with roof, that's the Velux house. That's a very exclusive video. Velux is one of those that was hard to get.
Okay.
When you just look at it, oh, house with window, but click on it. See, it says Velux.
Yeah. So that is a brand, I assume, in Europe.
Yeah.
What do we know what it is? Was it food or?
I don't know what Velux is. No, I don't.
Okay.
But he's got it all over his window.
He sure does.
And it's
why does he have a yellow light in the window up there? What is that about?
But it's one of those things like, I don't know what it is, but I got it.
I have this one.
Yeah, time cruisers. There's a couple other good time themed sets in this year.
It's a good it's a good set. It's a good theme. It doesn't really just raise to the top for me.
No.
Good set.
Man, they make a lot of crappy sets. I don't remember the South Africa. That South African flag feels like it's out of time. I wonder what that was for. Was there Olympics? No, the Olympics were in Atlanta.
Limited release South Africa. That's all it says.
Huh.
Must have been something. Something must have happened there. Maybe they have a Lego store open.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's a lot of missing pictures, I can tell you, for 1996.
Here's one that I think is on my list here.
Yeah,
the train station. No, the train station.
Oh, the train
Oh.
station. I like
Well, that's
that
a good one.
I like that one. That roadside recovery. That is a
That's a good one. That's
looking
another exclusive one. The Wick and Walk.
Right.
ANWB.
I was gonna say, because you always say that, the A&W set. It's a good looking little set. I liked it. Or I like it. I don't have it,
Yeah.
obviously. The train station's cool. This is a cool.
That one was one I was excited for when it came out. So
yeah.
I'm gonna put it, and it was one that when I got on the internet a few years later that people were wanting to get.
It seems to have held its value, but I think it's holding its value because it's probably fairly rare. Only because this time frame people were collecting it.
Okay. Oh, tipper wagon! Wow. Okay, why are we not getting so excited with 1996?
I don't know. I mean, yeah.
I thought I would. If you would ask me when did that Bumblebee train come out, I would have said 1997. I did not realize this was 96. Wow, I had the year wrong.
Again, it's not It's not.
That's one of my least favorite from the
Yeah.
9-volt era.
I
This
thought
one's not bad, but
I thought that was your least favorite.
I mean, there's a lot not good. I mean, the train station I thought was great, but the train sets, I was just like,
Right.
yeah. Does this really work? This little weigh scale thing here?
no.
Looks like there's a weight in there or something.
There is. I don't remember.
I mean,
I think it's got I think it has a little lever. Yeah.
yeah.
Right. Yeah, it does. It does. I wonder if I ever did a video on it. I don't know. I don't even
Probably
remember.
did. Duplo people. We're getting into the parts packs.
Wait a minute. I mean, are we still on the
more,
first page?
Yeah,
There's only 14 on the last page.
There's more. There's some
We're
good.
Getting there. We're getting to
There
the
is a good theme coming.
Yeah.
With a
Probably
really
the
good
best.
set.
Now, this is the one that I think that's my picture. That's the from the Santa Fe's.
And you need that plate to build the Legoland truck, I think.
Oh, do you need it for the truck too?
Yeah.
Oh, it is my picture. Yeah. That looks familiar.
Oh, the Black Cat truck.
Yeah.
That's a real good one.
It's a good one. Of course, everybody's favorite Belleville.
Mm-hmm.
Getting into some more castle. Aqua accessories. That's
That must be like the minifigure pack.
Yeah. What is it? It's just got
Except it's animals and a couple of minifigures.
Yeah. All right. Now we're getting into some pirates.
Getting closer.
These boats are cool.
Yeah, did you have those, Java?
Yeah, I had every single one of the pirate, every single castle set, and every single pirate set that you see here. I had at one time. I would buy all of them when they came out. I usually wait till they went on sale, though.
Yeah.
And they always did. They always did.
All right. Fast track finish. That's another hot little set nowadays.
Country Club.
We got the these are town. These are
it should be under Paradisa.
Yeah, should be under Paradisa, yeah. Oh, there it is. Sub-theme Paradisa. Yeah, there we go. Here's the time cruisers again. Here's the other hyper cruiser. There's two of them.
The Magic Mountain Time Lab.
That's a biggie.
Yeah.
That won't be getting close to the top for me. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Lots of things going on in that set.
Is that the click that again?
Huh?
Click that one again. Is that those red trans orange pieces that you need to make that that monorail that you're wanting to build? Is that the?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't think that's big enough. I think these are smaller.
Yeah.
I think the other ones are a lot bigger.
I haven't even started on the monorail.
Yeah, that's a project in itself.
Now this would be a nice project. This never released set.
Is this able? Are we able to piece this together?
No, there's two things that don't exist. The stickers are right there, and on the truck, on the building, on that roof.
Yeah. Is that a piece, or is that printed or stickers?
I think I want to say it's printed, but
it almost had to be because back then the slopes were
rough.
Yeah.
Well, there's not much to that, is there?
No,
there's not a lot of pieces to it, but they sure did put a lot of stickers. Wonder why it didn't get released.
Yeah, I was gonna say this was never released, right?
Right. This is a catalog picture.
Honestly, the bricks and stuff are not that big a deal. It's just the sticker sheet that would be. That's a cool one. I like things like that.
Is there any chance that sticker sheet was in one of the ideas books, and that was like the thing to build if you had the sticker sheet?
That would be cool. I mean, I don't think it is.
Well, we'll go back and look at that in a minute. we'll look and see if 6500 lists any sticker sheets or see what's going on there on Brick.
Oh, no, there's no inventory for it.
Oh, there's no inventory.
I would have pieced it together if there was an
Okay.
inventory.
Okay. All right. Police station, search and rescue.
There you go. There's a good thing.
Yeah.
The
Oh, you like the Western?
Yeah. See, I think I have these. I just
Are there alternate numbers or something?
maybe they would have had to come out because I don't have.
Maybe you
The
just
only thing
forgot
I
to
show
pick
is
the
the
box.
Fort Lake.
So that would be my pick right there.
Fort Lagoredo.
Yeah, that would be my pick. That is a cool set.
And how many
$1,000.
pieces? 687 pieces is gigantic for that time period.
Yeah, it was a big set. Yeah, to me, that's. I mean, unfortunately, I'm probably gonna have to go with that set.
Oh,
I mean, it's the obvious choice, right?
yeah.
These Explorian sets are really pretty cool too. I don't have any of them, and it's not a childhood thing, so.
This is when they're kind of transitioning out of the classic space that I liked, and the Technic that I liked. Although I liked the space shuttle, but that thing was finicky.
It looks like it would be finicky.
Yeah.
And then on page 2, I think it was some Dacta stuff. And then Mania magazines and stuff.
Well,
So
I'll go with the train station.
you're going with the train station?
Yeah.
Earl, you're going with Legorado?
I was gonna pick that roadside. I really like that set.
That's a good unusual set.
Yeah, I like that roadside. I was gonna go with that one, and then as I went through it a couple of times, I was like, it's hard to pick that over.
I don't know where it went now.
21 something.
Oh, way up there.
Yeah.
Almost there.
So many sets they had this year.
There it is. Roadside recovery.
Yeah. That's
I
I
don't
mean,
know,
they even had those signs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. These signs back here would be cool.
Yeah. You got to weep when you. Oh, what did that say? Weest? Weeps? Oh,
Weeps. WEESP?
yeah.
I don't know. Okay.
What was your favorite set of 1996? Leave it in the comments
Leave it
below.
in the comments below.
Yeah.
Not a big spectrum to choose from, but
No.
Yeah,
So-
it was kind of down year then, wasn't it?
Well, I mean, that whole 1996 to 2003 or 4 is a lot of not so great stuff.
Yeah. It was a downtime for Lego.
I mean, there's enough good stuff. You're like, okay, I'm still collecting.
so are you
All
looking
right.
for a random, or do you want me to do it?
Well, I don't have any options. If you want to do it, if you got that thing still,
I got
I need to come up with something I can put on a
web.
web page.
And we got to remember what years we already did.
This is
Oh,
true.
Who's keeping the list?
Yes, I'll start. What
Do you
did we
remember-
do tonight?
We did 79, 96, and I forgot the first
99, wasn't it 99?
99.
Okay.
So we said 1970. Is that what we said? What was our first year?
79.
79.
No, we can start. We can go before 79, can't we? Like as far as like what we're picking,
Yeah.
we
Oh,
did 79.
Yeah.
But
How are-
when we're doing our random years, what years range are we doing?
It was something to 2000, I think. Did we say 60 or 70? We're good at
Go
we are
do
so
20
good at
years.
this.
Do 60 to 2000.
Okay, 1960 to 2000.
Oh, it could be a bad year in here.
Okay. I'm going to hit it.
Okay.
You're just going to have to trust me.
Yep.
Oh, my goodness.
What year?
It's going to take us a long time. 1962.
Oh no! Literally one of the worst years.
Oh Oh my gosh.
If you know a set from 1962, leave it in the comment right next to your favorite set from 1996.
There may be less than 20 sets.
Probably. It's going to be small.
I'm going to look on this real quick. This could be.
Oh, it's probably me. Sorry.
18 sets.
Oh, you
18. And they're probably all like packs. Oh, no, there's some good ones. No. No. It's going to be easy. No.
Jamal's already picked. All right.
18 sets.
We have a stinger for this. All right. How about something crazy on eBay?
Yeah. Woo.
Wow. Crazy.
Hey.
Okay.
A graded set. AFA graded at that. 75, whatever that means.
I was going to say, what is AFA and what is 75? 75 out of 100?
I would imagine.
I mean, how hard is it to just stick a label on something?
Well, there it is. The AFA.
So the reason I wanted to share this is because we all know that you're an idiot if you buy a graded Lego set.
You're just grading the box. That's all. You care nothing about the set. You're just grading it. So why aren't we just grading boxes that don't have an open box?
Here's the thing. How can you trust the grader? Look, go back to the label. You can see it in that. It says 1975 Lego Town building toy.
It says 1978.
It says 70 or 78.
Yeah.
It says Lego Town building toy.
Don't even
know what theme it's in.
Well, we all know grading Lego set.
You're not. All you're doing is you're okay. It's sealed. What condition is the box in? That's all this is.
And then look, they're pointing out the condition of the saran wrap on the box.
Would it have had saran wrap? I mean, that's the other thing. Sometimes when I see shrink wrap sets, I'm like, did it really come with shrink wrap?
So one of the things that I worked at for like Christmas time and when I was in, I don't know, I was where I was. Anyway, we had a Walden software. It was like the Walden books, but there was a Walden software, and it was a time where people would take software home. They would buy it, they would open it up, they would copy it to the computer, then they put it back in a box, and they bring it back. And Walden software had one of these deals. It's like, well, if everything was in it, they would return it.
Wow.
And in the back, we had a shrink wrap machine. Guess what we would do? We would re-shrink wrap it, put a price tag on it. But that shrink wrap, because you had to use a hair dryer to shrink, it would collapse the boxes.
Yeah,
so you could always tell if it was brand new or not, because we'd shrink wrap those clothes, and it would always. And it wasn't just then. As it settled after a couple of days, it would just keep shrinking, and it would suck the boxes in. So that's why my 1968
set I have that's sealed. It's collapsed.
Is it? That does. I don't know how. I mean, it was Samsonite. Was it?
They did do it.
Yeah. And they probably used
1978. They were still doing it.
But that box doesn't have any other way of sealing it, right?
Oh, really? There's no tape.
Right.
They didn't invent tape yet.
But that was kind of a thing back then, was that shrink wrap stuff. So
who would buy this? And
well, especially for $7,500.
Are there people that have bought graded sets? Any, like one?
Search
so graded Lego graded.
Yeah, search Lego graded set, and then see if there's any sold comps.
It's down. They put it. I don't know why they don't. There it is.
Well, your computer is zooming tonight.
Oh yeah, once I did that update, everything was perfectly fine.
So somebody said high grade. There's a graded it's San Diego Comic Con. Yeah, graded poly bag.
Why?
Well, no, look, that's open. The fig is look.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the fig's out of it. So here's one. This is interesting. AFA 80. Sold April 9th. $2,300. It's classic space.
Who's buying these?
There's their grading. What is this set worth? $69.50. Let's see. $69.50. View price guide. Come on. $500. $550. $600.
Yeah.
Last 6 months, there was a whole whopping one sold.
Still.
But that. Yeah, I don't know.
People are stupid. So.
Oh well. Okay, so that was our crazy things on eBay.
I had another one.
Oh my gosh, did we?
Yeah, did it?
Yeah, there's another one. You got
This
it.
one. Right? $20,000.
Yeah. $20,000. Yeah, and it's rare, very rare, very very rare.
How rare?
How rare? You have 3 of them?
Well, I mean, you can go buy one for $10 sealed on Bricklink.
I was gonna say. Let's see.
See what the new ones are.
$38.
Well, $40. Okay,
Yeah.
well,
Whoopity doo.
Maybe we should buy them off Bricklink and list them on eBay.
I don't think so.
We can undercut that guy and make a sale.
F off. Only $10,000.
Oh my gosh. Even if you put it on there for $1,000 and somebody silly bought one. Man.
That's insane.
Yeah. I don't get it. People watch for this stuff. Don't just Well, if you got $19,000 just to blow on a Lego set and you don't already know what's going on, you deserved it.
Yeah.
You deserved it.
That's been my crazy stuff. I saw.
All right. Up next, this another plastic deal.
It is, and I'm gonna make it quick. You love that one, don't you?
So we have a question from
Yes.
Ty Novell, aka Tylenol.
Yes.
He says, I cannot confirm this. I cannot find where Lego published it.
Oh, he didn't say that. Wait a minute. The question is in our comments. That I wrote all that.
Oh, okay.
So I can't confirm it. That's me. Sorry, I should have put my name. He wanted to know what the new clear plastic was. Right. And we're gonna read his comment here in a little bit. And I can't confirm it, like i.e. I can't find where Lego published it, but I've heard where they've said it, or it's been reported that they've said it. I can't pronounce it, so I got a little thing for everybody. You ready?
Methyl methacrylate acrylonitrobutadiene styrene.
Okay.
So it's
Man.
ABS. It's clear ABS, which means it's got its molecules adjusted slightly because ABS, which is the normal Lego plastic, is actually milky white or ish.
Oh.
It's not clear normally. So you add all those extra letters and words and syllables to ABS, and then you get the clear. And will it last as long as polycarbonate? I don't know. You see how ABS handles. I mean, we got 60-year-old ABS bricks, and they seem to do fine. So I have no reason to think that the clear ones won't. They're just kind of milky looking though. I don't. ABS is not naturally clear, so they're having.
It's really bugged me. And as time goes on, I worry about it less and less. But yeah, when you put the stuff from the last few years with stuff from 10 years ago, and they're noticeably different.
Yeah. The clutch is different and stuff.
Yeah, the feel.
The feel is
Yeah.
different. Yeah.
They've definitely changed the ABS over the years.
But are they just being preemptive? Because you know what happens to all your clear bricks? They get all scratched up and cloudy anyway.
Yeah.
So just
Well,
go ahead and make them cloudy to begin with, so you don't feel bad later.
Well, that's the problem with polycarbonate. It's super strong, but it's prone to scratching really easily. So,
Yeah.
and I'm guessing acrylic. If they were to make it out of acrylic is the other clear plastic that's used in a lot of things. Usually polycarbonate or acrylic. Why are we talking about plastic? But acrylic is it's not good. It won't hold its shape, and it's not a good thermoplastic like polycarbonate or ABS. So, all right, plastic talk over.
That's two.
Yeah.
That's two.
Somehow somebody will push that button again somewhere.
All right, Joey, we're going to talk about the BDP moving targets.
Do we want to?
Did anything sell out? I didn't go check
I
on the
didn't go look.
website.
I didn't.
Now you can't
still
see.
see it. You
Can't
can't
see
see
it
it.
now.
Uh-huh.
I don't think anything sold out. I mean, I didn't hear anybody go, "Oh, it finally sold out." Or
So we'll never know how many were produced of each run.
Yeah, and I'm reading some of the comments in the Breaking News and listening to some of the comments in our little group. It seems like there was what is it? 5 sets, 30,000 of each, right? Well, the total number was
150,000 total.
total. So it could have been, everybody thought the castle was going to sell out. It could have been 80,000 of those and 70,000 combined on the other 4.
right.
Yeah,
Like
you never know.
said, nobody. When will we know? Will they ever release that?
Well, and yeah, that's the thing. Will they ever release the total? I wonder if Jason knows what the total, because he really was watching that pretty close.
Yeah.
I know that right at the very beginning, and I think I sent it into our group chat, but I was trying to figure out if the web page would give up any information, like how many total. I couldn't figure it out, but it was very obvious that the funding number percentage was moving down. So it went from like a 10%, and the castle moved down, and so the total was absolutely, they were absolutely messing with it as they were selling it. So yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, it's still not a lot.
It's not.
It's still not a lot. And the thing is like whichever one sold the least amount, it might only be 6,000 or 7,000. That's going to be the one that everybody's going to want.
Yeah. Well, I see people posting videos about like scalpers are mad or whatever. How do they even know? You don't know what sets are going to be valuable later. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. And in the short time, scalpers are going to be mad. But like 10 years from now, even if they made 100,000 of those, that's still not a big number.
So here's the thing that okay. How many people do you think on average just sees a Lego City set or a Lego Star Wars set, right? The Target, they're on Amazon, they're on whatever. Millions of people easily.
Yeah.
How many people see these BDP sets?
Tens of thousands.
Yeah. So the percentage of people seeing these, so are they ever really?
The demand will be proportionally lower.
Right. The only thing that helps you with that is that as new people come in and discover it, then they'll be like, "Ooh, I want to go back and catch the other one."
And that's why the early ones, that's why it's a false sense that, I can buy these because they'll instantly be more valuable, because that's what happened with that first test run.
Right.
But nobody knew about it. Nobody cared.
Right.
You could have bought it. You didn't. Now everybody wants it. So that, it's worth more. If people had, it's like if you had a time machine.
Oh, right. Absolutely.
You go back and then it wouldn't be worth as much.
Right. Well, okay. So on that same subject, Lumi Bricks, Fun Hole, Panacea, I think the same thing kind of applies there. Whatever you think about them or their quality or whatever, their market, I don't think they're as visible to everybody as like Lego is. You know, Lego's millions of people. How many people know or see like fantasy sets?
I mean, that's probably why they send so many sets out.
Yeah. Yeah. They got to get their market share up.
I don't know. I responded, but I never got any response back. I was like, I'll try one.
No, they ain't ever reached out to me. So
No, never reached out to me either. But the Bricklink Help Center. I don't know anything about this.
Okay, so this is about I gotta find it.
Merging Lego and Bricklink?
Yeah, there ain't really nothing for me to show. I had the help page pulled up, but then I switched off of it. So they're gonna merge your Lego account and your Bricklink account this fall. It looks like
I mean, like, I got different logins.
You're getting ready to be all one.
And they've screwed up. They screwed up my Lego.com account because I had multiple accounts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is a good moment to mention or ask: has everybody backed up the Bricklink store?
And this is definitely a time to back up your Bricklink store.
Yeah. So the way I understand it, based on this email, everybody should have got the email. So if you didn't, it's actually, I think, on the homepage of Bricklink right now. I think it's bannered as taken over the BDP section. You know, when you log into Lego, how you get that little goofy avatar you can pick from?
Oh my God.
That's going to be your default. So whatever your Lego account is going to become your Bricklink.
I see Viscar Gultard.
Yeah. Crap like that. Yeah. So I don't know what my account. I don't know if it matters if I'm going to dox myself or not by saying what my account name is, because it's not the same as my store name, right? My store name is BrickTrains.
Yeah.
Right.
But my user account name is not.
Well, which one is it going? It's going to default to the Lego.com.
That's what That's what.
What if I don't? What if I don't have a Lego.com?
Then your Bricklink account will shut down.
Are you serious? I can't get
No, they were adamant about that. If you do not have a Lego account, then your Bricklink account will shut down. It has to be merged.
So how would they know?
I think what's going to happen. Okay, I'm speculating here because they haven't said. I'm guessing at some point you're going to log into Bricklink because that's the smaller group of people, right? They're not going to force Lego people who are logged into Lego to get a Bricklink account. They're forcing people who have Bricklink to get a Lego account. So I'm guessing at some point when you log into your Bricklink account, it's going to say, time to merge. What are your Lego credentials? And then the poop will hit the fan.
It says the following areas of your Bricklink experience will be influenced: ID card picks, usernames, and store names.
Does it say store names?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I'm afraid of.
Eventually, your Lego account nickname will become your public username on Bricklink. This change will not happen in autumn 2025. Be months later. If your current username or store name doesn't meet our guidelines for Lego account nicknames, we recommend updating it as soon as possible.
So the one good thing is and it ain't good. The username BrickTrains is not available as a Bricklink user account. Somebody else has it, and they have not been on for years, or at least I haven't. A couple years ago when I tried, they hadn't even been on for years and didn't return any emails. Right? Okay, so that username is used but not being used. My Lego is BrickTrain, or I have a Lego BrickTrains account, and my store name is BrickTrains. So I have an opportunity, hopefully, to get it all merged together into one, because they're going to use my Lego avatar username. So that should take priority, hopefully. Now, we'll see. And then all these accounts that don't, what happens to all these accounts like that one, if they've not logged in for years, is this a good way for Bricklink to
get rid of account? Man,
yeah.
I think mine's actually the same.
Well, you'll be good then if yours are the same.
Yeah, I think mine's the same.
Yours aren't, are they, Jabo?
No, but I got two different ones with Lego. But let me.
Right. So that's going to be
It's like I can never remember which one is. I usually just stay logged in. Let me sign out. Let's see. How do you sign out?
Why would you do that?
Yeah. They don't want you to sign out, Jabo.
You're gonna do it on the computer. Yeah, I know. It's like I don't sign out because it's so hard to sign back in because I don't remember which account it is.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so let's sign in. Okay, I'm not logged in here. So sign into my Lego account. See if this is the one. Oh, gotta get a text message.
I can't even see if on Lego. I'm pretty sure it's the same, but when you go to my account, it tells you your name, not your username.
If you go somewhere, it shows you your username. I can't show you guys this on screen because it will dox me.
Yeah. So I'm going to this account that I thought it was, and this is not my account. So my account that is Jabo. Oh, God. Let me see if I can see orders.
Okay, so you got to go account, my account, and then account settings, and that will give you your information.
So my account that I would want it to be, I haven't used since 2020. They couldn't merge them. So the account I have currently, so I got to sign out of this one. I think it's my email address, which is I don't want my account name on Bricklink to be my email address.
Right.
Let me see. Sign in with a different one. Sign in.
It sounds.
So wait, when I sign in, that doesn't match the nickname.
No. Your nickname and your username are not necessarily the same on Lego.
Right, well, I can't find my username.
So your username is going to be again under account and then under account settings and then my information. You can't change your username on Lego.
Yeah.
Yeah. My username is okay. I'm pretty sure that's it.
Blurt it out.
I don't know what my username is anymore.
Well, let's see. Let me go to. This is some riveting stuff, guys.
Well, I'm really upset.
It's going to be. It's going to be painful. It's not going to be fun. I'm afraid. I think I'm going to be all right because the username on Lego is actually the same as it is on Bricklink, which is technically
mine's the same.
Whew,
mine's the same.
Where do you see username
on Lego?
Yeah.
Okay, so go to your. Hang on, I got to back out. So go to your My Account, and then go to Account Settings, and then you have that should show you your avatar.
My avatar and nickname is my nickname my username.
No. There's one more click. You need to click on the one that says My Information.
My information.
There's your username.
Yeah, my username is my email.
That's not
This
good.
is stupid.
So it doesn't meet the terms of how are they doing that?
But I can't change it.
You can't. They can.
Oh my God. These idiots.
So they're gonna. Yeah.
So when you go to your username, it's BrickTrains on Lego.
On Lego, it's not. No. My nickname is. My nickname is.
What's your username on Lego?
W. Joy Jones.
Oh.
Mine's Mardi Gras Man 23.
So either one's going to be okay for me. I'll be all right, but I would prefer everything to be BrickTrains.
So if you're
here's what you need to do, Jabo. You need to open up a new Lego account.
I can't. That's the problem. I had multiple accounts, and they disallowed them.
You just need a new email address. You should have an email address. I mean, isn't that how you sign up? Is you're gonna have an you'll have to have an email address they don't already have.
They took. I had it to multiple email addresses, and they caught me by my address.
Oh,
so I was getting multiple Lego magazines and things like that, and they disallowed that. You're technically only supposed to have one per household, and I got this. They're both tied to the same email address, but one's my account name is my email, and the other one's Jabo. And it's like, I want it to be the other one, but they could never fix it. I spent hours trying to get them to fix it. So they just created me a new account. And that's this one I've been using. That's my email address.
Yeah. See, I have this account. This has been my account forever. Heather actually has an account too. I wonder what her address is. I'm sure it's our house address.
But they haven't tried to merge y'all or anything? Because I had different people's names, but yeah,
Oh, you know what I can do under family? See, Dakota has an account under family. Well, that's add child, so there's no way to add wife. Huh. Well, it's gonna be interesting. See, now I'm looking at it in here, and nowhere in this account information does it actually have my address. I know they have it because when they ship, I don't have to put it in there. When I buy stuff from them, it automatically pops up. I assume that that's coming from Lego and not just from my browser. Huh. I don't know. Made everybody's day.
It says if your current username or store name doesn't meet our Lego guidelines, we recommend updating as soon as possible. But you can't change it.
Your username. See there, I bet your username doesn't meet the guidelines because it has an @ in it.
But I don't want it to be that.
I get that.
It's like you sign up for an account. Yeah, here's your email. Okay, then all right, what's your password? Okay, then I got an account. That was like 20.
Right.
25 years ago.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I bet that your account is just kind of grandfathered in, and it doesn't necessarily meet the terms of service now, but they ain't going back and fixing it unless a problem comes up, which it may when this Bricklink thing comes along. Well, let me ask you this. Other than your points, what makes your account special to you? Because I guess the Jabo would be the run. Nobody else can use your email address because they would have to verify the email address.
Right, but it's like, you know how you get your points stolen?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
No, I get it. The points is the thing. That was the thing for me. Yeah, absolutely. But there's nothing else in my account other than me wanting it to say BrickTrains. There's nothing else in my account other than my points. As ugly and as hard as it would be, I would imagine you could probably get your points straightened out. But I don't know how. I don't know how well. I don't know how easy it will be to get your. Well, it doesn't matter. They're going to change Bricklink to whatever your Lego account says.
You cannot use the former username of another member.
The former username of another member of Bricklink?
Of Lego. Oh, this is Bricklink. You're right. It is Bricklink. I'm back on the Bricklink page. Can't have Lego or Bricklink in your name.
No.
Yeah, I don't see any way of changing it on Lego.com.
No, it is grayed out. My birth date and username are both grayed out. And I can also tell you that I changed my first name because it's Willard, which is my real first name. I changed Joy today and saved it, and it showed it. But when I came back to it, it's back to being Willard. So,
Oh goodness.
so the saving is not working very well either.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm just sorry.
I know it's frustrating. I didn't think it was going to be as big a frustration as it's going to be, but
so
Maybe
this
it won't
other
be.
account. So this other account that I log into is the one that when I would go onto the LAN network.
so that is supposed to be merged too, or had it. I don't know about LAN, but everything Lego has is supposed to be anything I log into, and I think even LAN. Because when I go, and I don't go to the LAN website because there's nothing I can see. It doesn't let me see anything. Well, very little, whatever public facing stuff. But I think it logs in and shows my user, my avatar nickname and my dumb little avatar. My dumb little avatar has a gray space helmet.
Don't like Lego. I'm.
Oh no, you need the other one.
So let me see if I go to what is it? My information. Yeah, it's locked in. So I don't even have a name on this one. All right, maybe I just need to start using this one.
You want to get the one that has your points. You don't want to lose your point. Well, you're not going to lose your Lego account, right? You want to get. That's what I was saying. You need to get an account set up that is going to match your Bricklink.
Right.
So whatever your Bricklink is.
Yeah, but if he sets up a new Lego account, he's going to lose all his points.
Well, no, you're not going to lose that account. I'm assuming your Lego account is set up to your house.
I'm going to have to call these idiots. It
sounds to me, if you can make your Lego account your Lego nickname, okay, your avatar nickname match your Bricklink name that you want or that you currently have with your Bricklink, it looks.
I have to create a new account, and supposedly you can't do that.
You're not. Yeah, I know that's right. I get you. I understand. You're also not supposed to get more than one gift with purchase. It only becomes a problem, Jabbo, when they do things like when they change the VIP points or when they change this. But they're not messing with the Lego side of it this time. They're messing with the Bricklink side of it. So Bricklink's going to be the one that's going to get changed. And that was what I'm afraid of. I don't want my store name changed. I really don't want my username changed, but I could live with it if they changed it to BrickTrains. I could live with that. I just don't want it to be WJ755674 dash stupid. You know what I mean? Because that's how they pop those things in there sometimes. All right.
So
you just ruined my day.
While you're on Bricklink, when you look for the part out value of a set, how do you look for the prices without parting it into your, like fake parting it out into your store?
Like you want to see the value of the individual parts?
Yeah.
You go through the process like you're going to add it to your store.
Okay, that's okay. I know how to do it that way. I just was wondering if there was another way.
The price guide on the marketplace. Don't you do that?
No, you talking about if you want to do that gives you the value of the whole set. If you want to see what the price of the individual parts are.
So for that set I told you about today, I want to know why that sets parts out so much.
Yeah, you just got to start the process. Just don't add it into your thing.
And this is where if you have a computer, Brick Store, it's just easier with Brick Store. It's a lot easier.
Oh yeah, I just didn't know if you.
Oh wait, let's see. Do I have Brick Store on this computer? Oh, good grief! Well, I don't know. I'm not going to do it. So yeah, thank you, Joey.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. It's Lego. They finally trying to ruin Bricklink. There's no
right. What the heck, Lego?
There's no reason for them to be linked together.
No,
that's not. What I don't understand. Why are they linking them
together? There's only one reason for them to be linked together, so they can track who's buying from Lego and reselling on Bricklink.
Mm-hmm.
See, I think it might be less. I think it could be a reason that they want to get Bricklink's web service. Here's the thing. Lego's a big enough company to understand security. We see beginning of the month and when there's big releases that how it drags down their websites and how much trouble they have with it. Think about Bricklink. It's this lot smaller system, but it's also got to be a Swiss cheese of security issues because it's old. I know they've drug it forward a couple times trying. I think that if they get all this stuff lined together, then eventually they can just pull the whole Bricklink thing in under Lego servers and reduce that IT cost.
Man, if that happens, the way you look at Bricklink, the way you use Bricklink, it's all going to change.
It could. It very well could.
I mean, could it?
But they could bring the whole system in. They could bring the whole system in and bring it behind Lego's IT, behind its firewalls and stuff. Let it run like it is, and just have that extra layer of protection. Plus, eliminate all of the whatever expenses that Bricklink is currently incurring to run that web server, to run the website. If they bring it into Lego, that's my speculation. Now, all the nefarious, them wanting to track it, yeah, I think all that's still in play because there's no reason for Lego to ever have bought it other than to need to know the information, right? It's a gold mine of information. And now they're going to attach who's buying Lego and who's selling Lego.
That's what I'm talking about, right there.
Yeah.
That's what.
So.
All right, let's get off the doom and gloom.
Well, the next one ain't much better.
What, the inside tour set?
Oh, yeah, let's talk about that. That's a cool one. It might be doom and gloom, though. Let me see if I can find my picture of it. Here it is. So, inside 20 years. Look at that set. It's
micro scale versions of 6 previous sets.
Yeah.
Correct. So
I don't know. I mean, you're either like super happy to get it because like, oh, look, I got a version of all of the others or 6 others. Or it's like, they just rehashed it.
Yeah.
I
mean, they're definitely smaller.
Oh, yeah.
But here, I didn't know this, but you apparently can only go to the inside tour once.
Really?
In a lifetime?
Yeah. In a lifetime, yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that either.
Well, it's only it's 50 people, and what are they doing?
It's very hard to get in.
Yeah, they only do it like 4 times a year, right?
Yeah.
Or twice a year, maybe 2 to 4 times, something like that. It's a limited number of times.
You enter a lottery to get in, or whatever. You don't just because you sign up don't mean you're going to go.
Right.
But I ain't got to worry about it. I can't afford to go.
I know.
No, yeah, you have to.
I think it's neat looking. I just wonder how small those models are.
Well, there's pictures of them holding them.
I will say this: this is what an exclusive set should be. Like somebody's going to spend a ridiculous amount of money to go see your factory, then they need to have a set that nobody else should be able to get. And they protect it. They don't. You cannot find these instructions.
Yeah,
the people that go end up not ever opening them.
Well, look there. There they all are. Their little kits. So,
That's a pretty big set. That's a pretty big set.
Well, here's the thing: you pay a pretty penny to go,
yeah.
But you have to pay to get there. You have to pay to lodge. You have to pay to eat. You have to. I mean, this isn't cheap.
It could come up to 5 digits if you take two or more people.
Well, and that's the other thing on the tour. Is like if we were to take our wives, does that count? If we get a lottery, is it for 2 people or?
Yeah, if both people will go, you both get a set.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but in the lottery, what if I'm?
Oh no, yeah, they would send you as a family.
Okay.
They wouldn't split you up.
Well, right, but can I enter the lottery and say, hey, I want to take 3 people, me and my wife and Dakota?
No, you probably got to say who you're going to take, and that's if you get, then probably all of you would go. Yeah, and you'll be broke.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's I it's not something for me to complain about. I do wish people that would buy them would post the instructions.
Yeah, well,
but you know, it's a special thing. So
yeah. Well, okay, so here we go. We're gonna get there. It's on the exclusive. I have it on my list. Everybody gave me a bunch of crap because I bought the Barnes and Noble exclusive book nook. And I got burned on it. Yeah, it not exclusive. I don't care. It is not exclusive. You can get it at the Lego store, and you can get it online, and you can get it at Barnes and Nobles. I can't get it at Walmart or Target. Whoopity doo.
that's what the exclusive means. Is that they have limited sets. They're only going to be available at a particular retailer or Lego.com and Lego.
Right.
So they're not.
Galaxy Explorer was a Walmart exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah, but where'd they go? I've got all kinds of these sets.
The only truly exclusive ones are your 3-in-1s.
Those Brickheadz were
That's the Target.
Yeah,
the
Lego
Brickheadz stuff.
Yeah, those were truly exclusive.
It's like these things here where they're branded. You know, if I click on the wrong screen, it wasn't helping. See, these were only at Walmart.
Yeah,
and those were not at the Lego store.
No, right. Lego Master Trophy was not.
Yeah,
right. It was a Walmart deal. You know, there's another one, right? There's a Batman. See that Batman? Oh, it's a 3-in-1 gift, so it's 3 sets.
Yeah.
Those sets were available, but the 3-in-1 was not. Only at Walmart. And that's just how, you know, the way it came across in the Barnes and Noble email that I got. It was a Barnes and Noble exclusive.
I think Barnes and Noble's tricked you, and you fell for it.
Hook, line, and sinker. Yep, I did.
Yeah.
So,
no VIP points for you.
No VIP. And I could have picked them up, and I could have got the VIP points. Both Lego stores that we were at, Huntsville and in the other one, Nashville, had piles of them. I was like, ugh. So, I don't like it. But it is what it is. All right. What else? What's up? What else?
One more we got. You sent this to us, the new Minecraft elementary parts.
So I've been a guy at work showed me this. And he said, "Have you seen the new Minecraft set?" And I was like, I don't follow the Minecraft set. He said, "Well, it's got Nick Bluetooth in it." I said, "What?" He goes, "It has Nick Bluetooth in it." So I was like, "Okay." And I went to look for.
Oh, and it's got what's his name too?
That guy.
What's he called? Gorm.
Yeah, it's a Gorm. Yeah, Nick's nemesis Gorm.
Can you click on that picture? Is that no?
Which one?
That's not. That's Nick Bluetooth right there.
That's what they're saying, and that's the Gorm. But if you look at
what was that one down below?
Yeah.
Looks like a conspiracy.
Oh, there's a creeper. Are they gonna have a creeper?
Well, they got this set is a creeper set. Where's the picture of the set? I have to scroll way up to see the picture of the set. I can do that here in a second. Hang on. But see, there's that Gorm. That's supposed to be the Gorm. And then it's the creeper tower. Let me see. Where is it? We're on New Elementary, by the way. There it is. Uh-oh, what do we do?
Sorry. Is this thing's not on Lego.com yet?
This is on Lego.com now. Now we're on Lego.com. This is, I don't know when it's coming out. It's not available yet. But there he is, Nick Bluetooth, the Gorm.
Can you scroll through the pictures?
Yep.
Like, did they show the close-up?
There's a close-up. There they are. I don't know.
Is there any branding on it anywhere say Galidor?
No, nothing that I can find.
I think it's people just looking at the color scheme and just.
Yeah, but look at his arms.
Yeah, he's got the robot arm. He's in the right colors.
Hmm.
So is it just creative? The designer for this set just said, I'm going to make these kind of
Yeah.
have a Bluetooth feel. But if it doesn't say Galidor on it,
Yeah, I don't know that there's. I don't think Lego has said anything as far as it being Galidor specific, right? That there's anything that says, "Hey, look, this is." I guess here's the other question. All right, Minecraft people, is that character somebody else in Minecraft? Or do these two guys right here? Hang on. Do these two guys have names in Minecraft, or are they just
Nick and Gorm?
right? I don't know. I thought it was interesting. The information
Sounds to me like you're trying to talk Jabbo into buying it because he collects like the Galidor.
Well, that was what the guy at work was trying to do to me. He said, "You're gonna have to buy this." So I'm not a Galidor collector.
But I know somebody who is.
I know somebody who is. Yeah, I don't. Let's see if it says. It doesn't. 2 action-packed sets, and yeah, I mean, it really is.
Into a digital world of building. Nobody wants to.
Yeah, I don't really see anything yet.
Oh well.
Speaking of stuff you didn't want to buy, you did pretty good with those Bluey sets, getting the names and everything.
Genders.
Well, what triggered that? Was to get them from Milo? Is that what triggered that?
Because I knew not a lot of other people get them. Like a lot of people made videos on them, but very few people actually bought them.
Uh-huh.
I think I'm probably the only person that's actually bought them that did a video.
And yeah. Heather has them, but she's got it at this point. She's kind of like, I don't know if I want to open them now, because she bought the small beach set, right, and we weren't paying attention, and we didn't realize it didn't have Bandit in it.
Yeah,
and I told her, "Oh, don't worry about it. I'll just get Bandit online." Well, that's when I sent you guys that information.
That's a ridiculous price.
Yeah,
yeah.
Which I know it's early, and eventually those prices will come down because people will start parting those sets out. But,
yeah, I literally knew nothing, and I asked my grandson some things, and I like, who's the father? He's like, bingo.
That's the sister.
And then I thought Bluey was a boy, Bluey's a girl.
No, Bluey's it's 2 little girls.
Why you got the mother is orange, the other daughter is orange, the dad is blue. I just thought if the dad's blue, then I know dogs.
I just found out last week at my grandson's house that Bluey was a girl, and I'm like, what? He's blue.
It made a lot. Well, it did make sense because I was like, when I was looking at the bedroom dynamic, and then Bluey's choice of things that she likes.
So they're blue healers, right? So
yeah,
Bandit and Bing and Bluey are blue healers, and then Chili, she's a healer, but she's not a blue healer. So I don't know what she's the orange
healer.
Yeah. So the video I sent you about with the stickers.
Yeah.
I panned around once because the dog was barking or was at my feet.
Yeah. Well, first of all, you see Dakota, and then later you stink. And I'm like,
it was the dog that stinks. That dog is a blue healer.
Oh, okay.
So
I didn't catch that.
That's
okay.
They're big Bluey fans, but
so apparently there's it's an Australian thing.
Yes, it's a pretty good little show, really.
That's what I've heard. I've heard it doesn't suck.
No, it doesn't suck. It's not one of those. They do a lot of. There's a lot of teaching kind of moments, but it's a lot. Yeah. It's not like A is for apple, B is for ball, or whatever. It's more.
It's not brain rot like Coco Melon.
No, it is not.
Yeah, so I got my grandson while I was there watching Spider-Man Juniors.
Yep.
And all those goofy sets that we see with Spider-Man as dinosaur, and they come right out of that cartoon.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And he is hooked on it.
Yeah.
2.5, and that's all he wants to watch now.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I
Yeah,
see
so-
now where all that goofy stuff comes from.
So my grandson initially he only wanted to watch my videos, but then he would see the advertisement for like the Thomas and Friends cartoon, which I don't. I try to get him to watch the old Thomas and Friends instead of the new one.
right.
And I'd let him watch some of those, and then there would be people I know, like 5 Mad Movie Makers. I'd let him watch stuff like that I know is not brain rot. But then, sure enough, when he sees those thumbnails, he almost always picks the ones. He's like, "Oh, that one." And I'm like, "No, we're not watching that." And you can tell by the thumbnail. Yeah.
No, the thumbnail has been designed to attract their attention.
And that's why they work. Because if he had control, if he was on, and he doesn't get on iPad, he would be picking those.
Yep.
And then, like one of them that wasn't really bad. It was one that actually took. It was pretty creative, but it is kind of brain rot. It's this hamster. It's like hamsters, and they're going through mazes and challenges. It looks like it's a lot of work to set up, but the video is 12 hours long.
Wow.
I guess that's just
Hours.
And he will watch it as long as you let him watch it.
yeah.
Mm.
Well, I guess kids, they don't have any concept of time, so
Yeah, keep your kid. That's why I don't want all these devices for Lego stuff. That's
Right.
like we.
Lego is a physical
Yeah.
thing to
Yeah. Only spend your time online watching the AFoOL podcast and Brickheadz.
a little hypocritical here, aren't we? Of course, we're wasting older guys' time.
Yeah, we're not changing the screen every 1.5 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
So Joey, before we get into the comments, I have a live question for
A
you.
live
Is
question.
this another plastic deal?
It is, and I'm gonna make it quick.
Number 3.
That's right, yeah.
A live question. Jason Bricks and 5 wants to know why do they only recycle 9% of plastic? Why is only 9% of plastic recyclable?
Well, I don't know. It's not a
Because I throw everything in the garbage.
yeah, I was gonna say that's the first thing is because people don't participate in the recycle program. But a lot of that, why you get me into this? A lot of that stuff goes to the landfill anyway. Even if you put it in a recycle, there's only so much of the recycle that can actually really be recycled.
Doesn't it have numbers on it that means whether it can or has
Do
been
you think
already?
anybody's standing there sorting those out?
Recycling's to make you feel good about yourself. They just go like,
Yeah, I
Well,
on the same thing.
it absolutely is, yeah. We have a recycle truck in our town, and there are literally 2 people walking beside the truck, and that's what they do. They take the recycle bin, they set it up beside the truck, and they go through the thing, and they put the aluminum cans in one,
Oh, wow.
some of the cardboard, and then some of the plastic. But all that cardboard and plastic, I don't know. The cardboard they may recycle because paper is a easy recycle, but all that plastic's getting shoved in and then out to the dump because it's too hard to keep that stuff sorted. I've said it before. Companies that eat their own dog food, like our scraps go back into our process. That is recycled, and it is probably about a 10%. So that 9% that he's talking about is, probably in line with that. And Lego, I know does the same thing. They just have their problem is they have colors, right? So if they're running a fuchsia color or some off blue color or something, that can only go back into those same colors or black or something that they can over tint to cover up that color. But people don't recycle. That's why only 10% of it gets recycled.
All right, are we ready for comments?
Long time ago. We've already.
Are you ready, Earl? It's time for some foolish comments.
I don't like them.
You want me to autograph that?
I end up getting snarky, and I'm surprised they keep reaching out to.
I'm not
It's
happy.
not even funny.
It's not even funny.
I love the Jason's impression of Earl. His Roscoe P. Coltrane.
Okay, I got them sorted. I think I have them sorted correctly this time. BrickTsar was first. Ponce Jensen said no. And Mimi Don Do Lego says whoopity doo. Pasta Jensen says second with a very angry emoji. And Alex Nunes says whoopity doo. Oh, let's see. Ty Novell says yet third. Yay. I'm the Mardi Gras Man 2-3 outro style. And then Pasta Jensen says back in the heart attack days outro style. That's the one that used to get Alex.
Yep.
Ty Novell. Well, Joey won't be able to whip it out this episode since he's not in the base. Ty Novell again. No, Jabo, you can never do too much Fabuland. Jason Brixton 5. I beg to differ. Ty Novell, sets from 1996. The Time Cruisers, Western, Explorians, Paradisa, Train, so many good things. I'm going to pick the Aqua Shark base set 6190 Shark's Crystal Cave, only because of that awesome crated base plate with studs in the crater.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we kind of passed over that one.
Yeah, we did. I didn't really.
Yeah, we didn't. Well, we didn't look at it to look at the base plate.
No. We kind of skipped over Aqua Zones. It was.
We skipped over the whole theme.
Yep.
I skipped over it in 1996.
Why come back to it now?
Right.
The truth hurts good. It looks like glow-in-the-dark bricks were going to be manufactured with barium sulfate. I would be curious how many products got canceled or removed due to safety concerns in this regard. I will eat an old ghost figure and get back to you. LOL, I have no idea what they used in the past or now to get glow-in-the-dark capabilities. As far as a favorite set in 96, I would have to go with the Time Cruisers. Definitely a weird and wonderful theme. 6494 and 6492 would be two of my favorites from that year. Both are creative and other accessories that bridge components to many different themes. Thanks for the content and everything, guys. Speaking of glow in the dark, do you remember when E.T. I think it was released on VHS, which was a big deal. You remember that? They had Reese's Pieces had glow in the dark morsels.
I don't remember that.
No, I don't remember that.
Sounds dangerous.
Yes, and we had a Nabisco rep, and he used to always say, "Could you imagine your kid coming to holler to you and say, 'Mommy, my poop is glowing'?"
Oh, that's a good question. Did it make it all the way through still glowing?
I don't know, but the 80s.
Pop rocks and soda. Remember all that?
Oh yeah. Mimi Don Do Lego. Why do buyers on Whatnot overpay so much for minifigs? Are they just not Lego educated, or do it to support the host? I've seen some real bad financial decisions on some feeds. Yeah, there is a lot of bad decisions on Whatnot. A lot.
Yeah.
I'll tell you some of the worst is when they pay hundreds of dollars for custom minifigs.
Yeah.
It's like, really?
Well, Whatnot makes minifigures that they give to creators to sell.
Are they Lego or are they off-brand?
I don't know.
know.
I don't know if they're pad printed.
They're not made by Lego.
No.
Yeah.
Right.
Chris Gennart. For some reason, during the Plastic Talk segment, I heard beryllium instead of barium. I had to replay that to hear it correctly. If there's something I remember from my mechanics of materials course, it's that beryllium, whatever, is very expensive and highly toxic, although possessing good mechanical properties.
Is it used in making atomic bombs or something?
This isn't a metals section. I don't know.
He doesn't know the metals.
We don't have a metal expert.
Nope.
Chris Gennard also says 1996 brings a lot of nostalgia for me. I was a big fan of Lego Island. So set
Ooh.
6598. So set 6598, the Metro Police Station, is undoubtedly my favorite as it was featured in the game and has a unique architecture for a police station that I like.
Yeah, we saw that
Yeah.
go by. It was a pretty cool.
Yeah,
place.
yeah. Brittany A. McCubbin. If Bricklink offered instruction books for an additional cost, I would happily pay. Until then, I won't worry about buying it.
Ooh, interesting point.
Yeah, so
Pay for the BDP instructions?
What's that? I was
Would you
looking
pay
up
extra
Beryllium.
BDP instructions.
if Bricklink offered instruction books for an additional cost, I would happily pay. Until then, I won't worry about buying it.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, she's saying if there's not, she's not going to lose any sleep because there aren't any. But if they were offered, she would pay the extra for them.
Right.
Job data. My 96 set is 2140 because it is related to a local company which I try to not use as much as possible.
That's the breakdown.
Ah.
Yeah, that's the one you picked, Joey. That was neat.
Yeah. It's neat.
Pasta Jensen. The acronym TIL means today I learned. Well, I guess today I learned TIL means that.
So if you learn it and then by the end of the episode we forgot it, what's that called?
But if you believe it in the comments next week, I will completely have forgotten what that means. Syngenator, he says IYKYK. I'm pretty sure that means I. Well,
I know you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Like
something along those lines. And Pasta Jensen says Syngenator, I guess right, but had to verify. So those two are going back and forth.
Yeah.
I guess they got an inside joke going that we're not a part of. Pasta Jensen also says the Arctic sets were released June 1st in Europe, and after a day, the train set were 52 pounds off.
What?
Still is when this was posted. So
Wow.
the Arctic set, I wonder if they were that on Lego. They probably were that on some other site, wouldn't you think?
So when those come, were they overpriced on a particular site, and then they came back to the price they should have been? Or did he do like I do? Sometimes I log into the wrong country, and I'm like, "What's going on here?"
Pasta Jensen, Svarte. It was an answer to Ty Novell's first comment, as we have a common language. Does not quite work directly translated. It's more like darn it in U.S. English.
Darn it.
Svarte.
Dag nabbit.
Dag nabbit. There's a good one.
Chris Gennart. Nice pick, Joey, for 79. I'm sure you have it as well, but I just recently got the Canadian Samsonite version of set 924 for I think a good price and great condition. I started this podcast off with one Samsonite set, but you have gotten me to double digits to the misfortune of my wallet.
Sorry.
Peer pressure.
Yeah. Don't buy any Samsonite based on my opinion.
What is set 924?
It's a space transport.
It's one of the spaceships. It's the medium-sized spaceship.
Pasta Jensen, regarding my 1979 comment, for some reason I forgot the sentence. My favorite is, without a doubt, set number 886, Space Buggy.
Space Buggy.
Oh, yeah.
I know that one.
Buggy.
Pasta Jensen, my son prefers the PDF instructions when building his sets on his desk. My daughter stays with the paper, but she is annoyed over the oversimplification. Her words, and yes, she said it in English. Yeah, we've talked about that before, how the simplification, it's like this page is one piece. The next page, add
that
one.
The Bluey set 2 pages, one piece in a lot of cases.
One piece, yeah.
2 piece, yeah.
Yeah, what was the deal with the hand?
So I don't know.
With like, your right hand,
I guess that
don't use your left.
I don't know why because sometimes you'd have like 4 pieces in your right hand and none in your left. I'm like, why did? Yeah, I don't know. And then the long piece would be in both hands.
Hmm.
I'm like,
But-
I don't know.
But you got to remember, it's for 4-year-olds, right?
Right. No, I'm not complaining that they're trying to make it simple for them
Yeah.
to build it, that's the purpose. But I still didn't understand
Yeah.
why not two pieces in one hand, two in the other hand, or do they?
Right.
Is there a significant? I want to know if there's a significance to which hand they put the piece in.
Yeah. No, I get you. Yeah.
Pasta Jensen, I did like the video, and for 1996, I had to look through the collector's guide, and if I had to pick one set, it would be the 5571 Model Team Giant Truck.
Yeah, the black cat truck.
Yeah. Chef Eddie, Jason, I do know how to pronounce Chef Eddie. What do you guys
Yeah. Wow.
What do you guys think about using AI to design Lego sets? I think Earl may be a beta AI default simulator that runs in the background of more advanced AI. I think Alex suspects something too. That's why he was silent around Earl. So Earl couldn't steal his advanced Lego knowledge and Captain Kirk impression. Well, those AI sets, Jason didn't post those anywhere. Jason did some playing around designing AI Lego sets, and
that's something that's just fun to do. But I
Yeah.
don't want people posting that kind of crap.
yeah,
Like, it's funny, but like, did you see where Mr. Beast was going to like start selling AI generated thumbnails for people?
What?
And it's basically he's just stealing other people's thumbnails and putting an AI spin on them. It's like, dude, you already got more money than you need, and now you're gonna steal other people's thumbnails to make. It's like I'm there's so much slop out there.
Right. Yeah.
Chef Eddie, the best Lego set is 75902, but they dropped the ball by not including all the minifigures. So Lego has never made a perfect set.
What's 75902? That sounds modern. I don't. The number's not.
5902.
Is that a Star Wars set?
Oh, it's the mystery machine.
Oh, mystery machine.
I'm getting another live question, but I'm telling you to leave it in the comments for next week.
Tell them the show's over. Thank you for watching the AFoOL podcast, Jason.
He texted me earlier. He must have nothing to do.
Nothing. Either that or he's subliminally asking for an invite. Maybe we should bring him on and let him ask it live.
He knows how to get in here. Tell him if he wants in here to ask questions, just get his butt in here.
Yeah, let me tell him that.
Oh, he doesn't have. Yeah, he should know how to get in.
Okay, Tynovel, aka Tylenol, cadmium.
Cadmium.
There you go.
Yeah.
I thought it was barium. Lego was considering placing barium in Lego so that it would show up in X-rays if swallowed by kids.
Yep.
However, the chemical made the plastic more brittle, so it wasn't added. Yeah, we're not worried about safety. We're worried about longevity.
I never realized that Lego doesn't show up on an X-ray though. That's interesting.
It's solid.
You would think it would show up.
I wonder if they added something else in place of that.
Man, anything you add, you got to be careful. I mean, that's just going
The next time I go in for an X-ray, I'll swallow some Lego.
There you go. Some 1x1 studs.
I gag thinking about it. Oh,
it's not the eating it part that worries me.
Yeah. Billy 2796, 361, and 379. The garage and bus stop are my favorite from the 79 lineup.
Just the simple things back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Space Time Brick Studio. 1996 had some very good Paradisa and Aquazone sets. However, even though I never owned it as a child or adult, set 6769 Fort Legorado has to be my favorite. Yeah, we talked about that one. That is I think that's a lot of people's favorite from that year. That and a
I mean,
lot of
that's gotta
people's
be-
favorite who didn't own it, who
Well,
or don't own it. You know,
That would probably, if people did like their top 10, 20 sets, that would probably be on a lot of people's lists.
have,
mean,
have you ever
Yellow
wanted a,
Castle over the time, right?
Yeah.
have you ever wanted a set like that, and then when you got it, and you got it, and then you was like, this isn't as good as I thought it was going to be.
The we just showed this the medium sized spaceship, classic space. What was the big one? The terrible with names.
Galaxy Explorer?
The Galaxy Explorer. Thank you. Yes. When I was a kid, I wanted that one so bad.
Yeah.
As an adult, I got it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
it's another blue wedgie spaceship.
Yeah.
Where's that one?
Ty Novell. Follow-on question for Joey about transparent plastic. The new plant-based bioplastic, which is cloudy. What's the name of it, and does it last as long as polycarbonate? That's the question you answered, right?
Methylmethacrylate acrylonitrobutadiene-styrene.
There you go.
Or
Yeah,
MAT for short.
That can be your answer to any question.
Syngenator. Wow, that new Stinger is awesome. Whip it out.
Where's it at? Or which one
We
that is?
don't have anything to whip out.
Yeah. Did I remove that one? Oh, it's from the vault, isn't it? We didn't do that one.
Yeah,
we cheated on the vault.
We forgot about it because we didn't technically have a vault set.
Yeah.
So,
We're about to check out the vault.
let's see if I can whip one out, Joey.
Whip it! Whip it out! I'm about to whip it out.
All right, go ahead. Whip it out.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
We play our stingers and don't have anything to say after.
Well, you got to give the people what they want, Jabbo. You got to give them what they want.
Hey, Jason, I didn't have to edit that in.
Forest Man Fanatic. Forest Man Fanatic. Here we go. Just another plastic deal?
It is, and I'm going to make it quick.
You got your other one ready to go. Mads.
I have a plastic question. I sorted a bulk buy from our favorite online reseller, one that wasn't bid up, and found what at first I thought was a bunch of Flego, but instead were just old 2x4 red bricks made out of a different plastic. I think this is what you've called cellulose acetate previously.
I would have believed so, yeah.
Is that the only other plastic Lego bricks have been made of? Are they better than modern bricks? Worse? Is there any advantage to using them in builds? Are they worth more? Do you want them?
They are worthless. They are horrible to build with, but they look shiny and great after 60 years.
Yep.
They just warp. They warp badly. They are the shiny. That's why they're so easy to stand out. And the red ones, for instance, have that kind of orangish tint to them. The white ones are more white. The black ones got more of a shine to them. The yellow and the blue sometimes can be hard to spot. But yeah, they are. I do like to take the challenge occasionally of building a set using cellulose acetate, but it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
So are there any other plastics that they've been made of?
They went through a lot of plastics with Bear trying to find. That's why you see a lot of the Bear test bricks. That's kind of a thing. But to my knowledge, ABS cellulose acetate, then ABS, and it's been ABS.
Yeah. But they clearly the formula is tweaked because the bricks from the 80s.
Well, obviously, the brown, the brittle brown, and the brittle blue. I mean that brittle brown was just a color. I think it was a color problem. It was some kind of additive that
Yeah, when you mix the color with the ABS or the fire retardant, if they do, is that really? I forget. You might have talked about that before. They really do fire retardant stuff.
There used to be bromine was in it, which is used as a fire retardant, but it also is what turned a lot of the bricks yellow. And but bromine is pretty nasty, so it's not used. I saw an article today when I was trying to look up how to say MABs, where the European Union banned the use of polycarbonate in toys and stuff. So that may be a driver of them using
methyl methacrylate acrylonitropbutadiene
versus polycarbonate. Because polycarbonate has BPA in it, and everybody got real scared of BPA. BPA is only a problem if you heat it up to practically melting temperature. So,
Earl tuned out a little while ago.
Yeah, that's like have you seen that commercial with Will Ferrell about the PayPal paying for PayPal, and he's on the airplane and the little kid, and he's talking about no interest payments, and the little kid says, "You know who else has no interest? Me." Ty Novell, another great episode. It was fun watching Jabbo lose it and laugh in this episode. And Joey's doing all the technical work while on holiday. Gets my commendations for his dedication. Also, I think Earl is great with the whoopity-doos. Well, a whoopity-doo to you, sir. Ty Novell also says, I'm building the Tudor corner while listening. Yes, I know I'm half a year too late, but better late than never, I guess. What sets do you guys have in your pile of shame that you mean to build but still haven't gotten to it yet? Well, Ty, that is a long list, but I'll tell you this. I haven't built my Tudor corner yet. I haven't built last year's modular. I think I have the last 4 modulars that I haven't built
I want to build the space shuttle on the airplane.
I have that, and that's at the top of my pile. I want to build it. I just haven't done it yet.
I don't know where I put it right now, so that's why I don't build it.
Yep. So maybe next week or this week when you're watching, you can finish building it. Joe Bowling, Lego has already experimented with making people pay extra for paper instructions with the Dungeons and Dragons set. There was a game book that went with it, and you could download the digital version for free or spend insider points to get the paper version. I can see Lego doing something similar where they give you double points if you choose to get a set without instructions. I don't think that would happen.
I can see it if they had an online version or an instructionless version that they were selling online. Like if you go to lego.com and you could have the option. I don't know that.
I don't see it in the store. It might be like in the store, it's the X price. If you bought it online minus the instructions, you might save like $2.
Right, something like that.
Yeah.
I just don't see. I think if you go into a Walmart, pick up a set, and there's no instructions, people would get mad because they would not necessarily have that connection with the Lego website already.
Yeah, I've been selling these Lego Dimension sets, and I wonder. I'm waiting for the person that's mad because there's not instructions to build the other model.
Oh,
nope.
And those are long discontinued sets.
You found them in the game, so you have to.
There might be people buying those now that don't know that.
Yeah, you have to go on YouTube and try to find somebody who shared it.
Yeah.
Shared it, yeah.
Joe Bowling, I was in a dark age in '96, but the sets I like best from that year are the 6289 Red Beard Runner, because it's a big pirate ship, and the 6335 Indy Transport, which had a truck and 3 race cars. Yeah, we didn't even talk about that set. That was a pretty neat one.
Yeah.
Here's one. Jabbo, Joey, you might know this one, but this was probably, I have no idea. Grayson Donovan. I hope I said that right. I think that's right. Grayson Donovan. Question: what was the first ever gift with purchase, and is it rare or just expensive?
Wow.
It depends on what you define a gift with purchase.
Yeah.
Because there were craft food mail-ins that you had to purchase the food product and then mail in something to get the purchase. But those weren't necessarily free. Those you might be $1, $2, $3. Then there was, if you go to the 80s, you had McDonald's Happy Meal toys.
Right.
Those were technically free with purchase for the food item. But as far as like gift with purchase, when did Lego.com officially start?
Yeah.
Were there any prior to .com? Was there any when it was just catalog days?
There were, if you were like in the Lego club, there were things that only you could get. And that predates the internet. That's from mail-in days or phone in. You could call on the phone or mail in your order.
This is what they're saying. This is what Brick Set is.
You got these sorted by year.
What am I sorting here? Year released, yeah. So Pampers gift pack was a Dupo.
And that says 1982.
Yeah.
And I mean,
then it goes to 2003
there
before
were
Bionicle.
So scroll. So these are like store builds.
Yeah, these are store builds. I don't
scroll up
DWPs.
Lego Universe. Lego, that I would put that one.
Yep. That would be my choice. That would be.
And that's 2000. That's like 2010.
2010.
Yeah, 2010. I got the poster in the room. It's like
yeah. That would be what I would call it right there. The Nexus.
And that was free for the promotion of the Lego Universe that never happened.
Yeah.
It is not even that long ago. Well, 15 years, I guess some people's a long time. Stormtrooper Polybag. Wow.
That was that Chrome Trooper, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And that's the character that, because I have that astronaut that goes with that rocket.
Yeah, yeah. Wow.
Oh, then the alien. Was that a gift or purchase? Huh. I have that logo. He is. He's hard to get. I have him. He's hard to get. Apparently, I have two. So.
But were there regularly released sets that you could get free if you made a purchase? Because I know they did bundle packs. Like, with My Own Train, if you bought so many different things, they call it a K pack, and then it'd be $30 off or something. I don't know if that counts.
I don't know. Yeah, like you said, the definition of gift with purchase is.
Yeah. It's more of a modern thing, apparently, than.
Yeah, I think so.
On bricks, 96 set must be 4565. The freight and crane railway. We talked about that one.
Yeah.
It has play features.
Yeah.
And the cars match. Like a lot of the trains, you don't have cars that match. Like a lot of the freight trains, which is like a real freight train is. It's going to have but you do see freight trains that have the same cars going one by after the other. So
yeah.
I am going to butcher this one. I'm just going to tell you up front. I don't even know if I could even attempt to sound it out. Alfie Quercus.
We'll just go with Alfie.
We'll just go with Alfie. Alfie Quercus is looking at the HTML, which I look at that and see Hotmail. What does that mean?
That's the code where you can see how the on the like when we were talking about the Bricklink.
Yeah,
that's program.
That's what it's about.
Nothing on your screen. There is nothing on your screen that's not in that code. But you got to know how to read it.
Yep.
Okay. Adventure in Transylvania Castle has a funding at 6% and a max at 100. The Popcorn Wagon has a funding at 10% and a max at 100. So if I do the arithmetic, this is going to get deep. I could tell you how many Transylvania castles there are If 6% is 3,000, then 100% is 3,000. 6 times 6. Wait, 100% is 3,000 divided by 6 times 100 equals 50,000. I think.
Yeah. Yeah. So you got 40% more. No, wait. Yeah, that makes sense because instead of 6, 10 is 6.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, that makes sense. Math.
But that's where it was when he checked it. That's not
Yeah.
where it was.
Well, we don't-
Yeah, I watched
we
it
didn't-
for a while. It moved around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kyle Jones. I have a plastic question for Joey. Oh, let me get my stinger.
I think we already answered this, but go ahead.
Did we?
I don't know. Maybe
No,
not.
I don't think we did. And if, for the people playing the game at home, is this another plastic deal?
It is, and I'm gonna make it quick.
I have a plastic question for Joey. The original Star Wars figures did not have too strong a smell, but something about what they did with the Return of the Jedi figures, many of them had a very distinctive smells. Okay, Kyle, so where's the question?
What he's wanting to know is why did they smell?
Yeah, I know. That's what he wanted.
There's a slight difference, or maybe a noticeable difference, I don't know, between the stuff that was produced in China and the stuff that wasn't. So I don't know if that has something to do with Return of the Jedi. Why would it matter what theme? It seems like it'd be more like what year it came out or what factory
I think that's where he's going. What year it came out? But so does it retain that smell? I mean, you've obviously had noticed it.
So ABS is inert. It's not supposed to have a smell. It's one of the few plastics that they let you take up on the International Space Station because nothing leaves the International Space Station as far as what's in the air other than what they can recycle. So if you take livers and gizzards up there for lunch, they will smell that for years because it doesn't go away. So ABS plastic doesn't off gas any any volatiles or whatever. So if you were smelling something out of your Lego, like your Lego really shouldn't smell. If you smelled something, it was probably, and I don't know these, I don't have these sets. I don't collect Star Wars, so I can't verify. There was probably either some kind of cloth, a cape that had some kind of weird chemical in it, or for a while there, they were doing rubber pieces on the head. So maybe some Ewoks or something that had like softer. That rubber will off gas, and they may have smelled. That may get into the box, make the cardboard or any of the other stuff. But the Lego itself is ABS is inert, so it shouldn't have a smell. We know as Bricklink sellers, not as sellers, not us as sellers, but as Bricklink and eBay buyers, we know that it will get that smell like cigarette smoke or dog smell or cat smell.
People washed it. Even if they just washed it with soap and water, you might smell that too.
But that usually goes away. Usually, if you get it left out in the air or just wash it with water, that smell, because the ABS.
So what you're saying, Joey, is if somebody farts in space, it stays there forever.
Yep. Hey, not only are they recycling the water up there, they are recycling the air.
And that's why you come to see our podcast. You learn science. The Daily Compulsion. 96 was a great Lego year because it featured the debut of the Western theme. I love Fart Legorado. Fort, not fart. but the best out of 96 has to be 6079, the Dark Forest Fortress.
We kind of skipped over that one too.
I grew up with Castle in the 80s and loved the Forestman sub-theme. 96 was during my dark age, so when I got back into Lego, it was very strange to find out that Lego had tried to reboot the Forestman theme in this strange way. I would love to learn more background about the unique three-set theme. So those three tied together? Or
Was
is he,
that one of those
is he saying
multi-pack?
those three tied together? Is he saying a multi-pack, or is he's talking about the dark? They can't have tied together, huh? He's just talking
Do you
about
have
the
a
three,
number?
just the three sets.
Yeah, there was only a few sets.
SG Brick, who I like to
Sega.
call Sega Brick, at the 56-minute and 40-second timestamp, the dark turquoise piece is 92903 on the Lego website, not 5843, the dark turquoise number. Element ID 6502437 for 21 cents a piece. To know the numbers of Lego, look up the 6005 Bricklink number on Rebrickable, and it also shows the Lego number. Also, the Lego number was the alternate number on Bricklink itself. Also, Joey's internet brought back memories of Earl's internet in the early episodes. Greetings, SG from Belgium.
So there's something interesting he brought up, right? So the element ID number. So each Lego piece has like 4010. All right. So that's what is a 4010? That's a whatever it is. Is that 4010? Is that a 2x4 or is that a 1x4?
No, the 2x4 is 3001. The
Joey,
42.
It's whatever you want it to be. Nobody's going to check.
It'd be a headlight brick.
Always listen at this point. So that's the number we usually go by, right? But on Lego, it
has a color.
2001. It has another number that's really long, but that represents not only the mold, like the 2x4 brick mold, but it also represents the color. And he's saying, to look that up, look on Rebuild. But if you know that number, right? If you go to Lego's website and you figure out that number for that piece in that color, and you type it into Bricklink, it'll show you that piece in that color.
Yeah, they got them all pretty much linked.
But I don't know how to get Bricklink to tell me what that number is the other way. What is Lego's number? They hit.
Yeah.
It knows it, but it doesn't show it.
I think you have to look at the individual colors.
So you would think there's a way of showing that, and I don't know.
Let me see.
Here we go. Dead silence as we all
go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead, read.
I look at 3001.
So our good buddy Jason Brixton 5 from the Bricking News podcast. Not sure about my favorite set from 96, but one thing I can tell you for sure is that set 1815 from 96 is not my favorite. Check out the set and you will know why.
Okay, what is it?
That had to be a Paradisa set.
Oh,
1815.
Yeah, that's a little tiny Paradisa fit. Yeah. That's the one with the lifeguard, I think.
Yeah, I think that's the one we actually looked at. And BrickTrains says, wait till you see the sponsor video Heather sent you.
Yeah.
And then Jason Bricks aside says, Ricky has got issues. Let's see.
I don't see it still.
What are you looking for?
The element ID number on Bricklink.
I
don't see it either.
Keep looking. Chris Bricks, 6769, Fort Legorado is the best set from 96. My personal favorite at the time was 6248, the Volcano Island from Pirates.
Yeah, that's a good set. We kind of just glazed over 96, didn't we?
Yeah. Chef Eddie, they might be giants, have been around for 43 years now. If they're not giants yet, I don't think they're going to be. Allison Bailey, I wouldn't miss the printed instructions as long as the PDF is available and downloadable. The interactive instructions are annoying, but I use the online PDF instructions out of choice as the colors are easier to identify. It would also remove the guilt I feel as I put the printed instructions in the recycling. Oh, no. They take up too much
space. You're the button pusher.
Well,
so
space.
There you go.
I'm ambidextrous over here.
You're doing it all tonight, Earl.
Throws them in the recycling bin.
Whew. Well, good for the environment, bad for rebuilding.
Yeah. Well, just use the PDF, I guess. Okay. Bricks in.
Space.
Go.
Very good, Earl.
According to Bricklink, for the BDP sets, they have a maximum total quantity of 150,000 lots over the 5 sets. The distribution of the sets sold can vary as long as they don't exceed the total of 150. So then, if they can sell 60,000 Transylvania, it removes 60 from the total available, leaving 90 among their remaining 4 sets. And since not all of them sell out on Bricklink, not all of them sell out on Bricklink wants to try and still sell 150,000 sets. This shifting approach will ensure the most amount of total sets gets made and sold. So that is what we're learning, but that is new for this series.
It is new for this series. There's another side to that, though. I got to thinking about it when we kind of figured that out and we saw that it was switching and moving around. If they're given 150,000 sets, that also means that, because it's production, right? So I'm a production guy, so I kind of got to think about it. Each piece in each set, so there's 200 parts in this set and 4,000 in this set. That they have to take into account for that. So what Lego's probably wanting to do is not leave any empty production time, right? So they want to, and that's why there's 6 months lead time on this stuff, because they're going to fill it in with whatever they need to fill it in. But if Bricklink can capitalize on that production time and rotate it around, not only are they getting more sales, so they're not losing any sales, and Lego doesn't have any down production time. Does that make sense? Let's see what I'm saying. That they can fill in that production time. Everybody assumes immediately is like, oh, they're just trying to get over on the scalpers. Maybe that's a bonus.
Nothing to do with it.
That has nothing to do with it.
It's all about production. Lego really doesn't care. They are all about their bottom line, and all those lines that they run are mostly or they run lights out. They run 24 hours in the night, so they don't want them down doing nothing, because that is lost revenue.
So how do you get people to buy those sets outside of the first day? So to me, that would be the thing to do, because it doesn't. That bar, even though they moved it, it didn't move. It don't move much.
No.
After the first day.
Yeah, I don't know, because it's too small of a community.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to show this while got a second here.
You got the instruction manual.
Yeah, so I got a manual, and all the numbers are listed. There is a 2x4 brick with a really long number. Not
you're going to type it in there. Yeah, it's not showing up here, even when you select the color.
Right. So 4153827, and it shows it down here 3001.
Oh my God, it's not even a 3001 number.
No, it's not even 3. No, it's just a random.
It's a totally different number.
Yeah. And if you take it, it brings up the orange brick.
Yeah.
But I can't find that number. I mean, obviously you can get the number from.
Yeah.
And then that also, if you type that into lego.com in the Brooks and Mini, it'll give you that part if they have it available. So save your instructions for that.
So if they merge into lego.com, are they going to change all the color names?
See, I don't know that. Everybody's worried about that, and I am too. But I don't.
They already don't care about mold variations that a lot of people do care about.
Yeah, they don't, and we're seeing that, right? We're slowly seeing that kind of stuff happen, where they're merging mold types.
I can see Lego not caring the difference between Lego a light gray and light bluish gray.
Well, even Lego has that. That's a distinction. Even Lego has that color. They have a number for each. Lego has a number for each.
Okay.
Now, I finally got, what is that, little robot blue? I finally got one of those. Ooh, that color is so close to Mirsk blue.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's different, but man.
Yeah.
I could see some of that stuff. I could see why Bricklink has had trouble, because if trying to separate that stuff, because if you really didn't have those parts side by side and just really studied it, it's like, is it the same color or not?
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
It's okay.
Bricks in
space.
Jabo, you were on the wrong part when looking for the dark turquoise arch piece.
Okay.
Lego doesn't have it available on their website for 14 cents a piece. You can look it up using the set number as well. I use the color tabs to filter down even quicker. Since it's from a dream set, all of the parts in those sets should be available on Bricks and Pieces.
Eventually.
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah, I can only hope they make Bricklink as easy to search as the Lego.com website.
Yeah.
Not really. Not really.
No. AFoOL Champ. In terms of the 96 sets, 6296 Shipwreck Island was the best set from that year that I own. Looking back, it's clearly not an elite set, but in 96 I was really enjoying those play features. The best set to me was 6769 Lego Fort Legorado. Additionally,
I think it's a clear winner.
Yeah, it's a clear winner. Looking through the list of 96 sets, 1869 South Africa flag, and 5395 Belleville Hospital accessories featuring the short skirt piece.
Yeah, I like the Belleville
sets that surprised me and grabbed my attention. That's funny because that grabbed your attention too.
Yeah, I have the hospital.
Chris Gannart, I recently received set 9550, the Dacta typesetter set that you all discussed in episode 120. Mine only came with 18 by 26 white base plates, which according to Bricklink was standard. Having that extra 18 by 26 gray base plate appears to be an inventory error on the seller's part, as it was an alternate part. So great find. Huh. Imagine that. You got the alternate.
The problem with those kinds of sets, they're open, so we really...
Yeah, you don't know what it had.
And our last commenter is Mayo. I finished my semester at grad school. Yay. Excluding all the renumbered sets, my favorite set from 79 is the Homemaker Kitchen set. My favorite set from 96 is the Freight and Crane Railway. Go watch reviews of it on BrickTsar and Jang's Lego reviews to see how playable it is, despite the rolling stock being so simple. Can't
I'll
remember.
have to go back and watch it because I don't remember.
He said he can't remember if Clockriker did a review on it, but he may have. Well, if we were going to watch a review, we would have picked Jabo's, which I'm sure I've already watched, but I don't remember it.
Probably. What was it? I'm going to see if there's a comment from you on that while we're finishing up here. That's a terrible thumbnail. Good grief. Yeah, let's see. View all. We don't have to stop talking. Clockriker commented on it. Mayo commented on it, but no, there's no Mardi Gras man. No Mardi Gras man.
BrickTrains didn't exist back then, probably.
No. Let's see how much that video is made. It came out March 15th, 2014. This is for all you people out there. You want to see how much this big deal YouTubers make. That video has made. This was not loading. $9.75.
Woo!
I can retire.
There you go.
You can almost go to McDonald's.
I have to go back. Maybe if I go back and watch it and leave you a comment, it'll get you up to $10.
Yeah, 25 cents. All I need.
Well, that was we had a pretty good one. We had some pretty good show notes. We had some good show notes tonight.
Yeah, Joey got me all depressed about. Time to switch to Brick Owl.
If they mess it up too much, that's what'll happen.
I wonder. So there's all these people that link their Brick Owl stores to their Bricklink stores.
Yep.
Like they're the same
right.
parts in both, and they try to not sell. I mean, anyway, you know how you get the problem. Somebody buy it on Brick Owl, somebody buy the same thing on Bricklink. But I wonder if they would still be able to do that. Will Brick Store still work?
So those things are all going to work as long as the API into Bricklink is still
okay. I think they would have a massive revolt if they didn't.
Yeah,
there's so many people use Brick Store.
That should all work unless they change the software.
Right.
or the the
Well, the
program.
API is the interface into the website from like BrickStore or whatever that other website or piece of software that they're using to link the two stores. But I could see Lego at some point, if they cared about the secondary market, they might want to say, we really don't want you using BrickHowl or whatever. But I don't know that they care that much about it, other than the demographic information.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. We'll see. We got to get through this whole user merging thing.
I'm going to be on the phone at some point. If I don't forget, I got to call because I can't have.
But here's the thing. I don't know that if you call Lego customer service, I don't know that they really know yet. Because I
just want to know if I can change my username.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So if I can just change my username or if I can create another account.
Right.
Because it's very possible. I got to do this before Friday. Somebody could already have BrickTsar, or is that not allowed? I mean, it should be allowed, but
I would think BrickTsar would be. Yeah. Now you got to. Yeah. You got to do it before.
I got to do it before this video goes up.
Yeah. Sorry.
Or I'll just be Jabbo. I mean, that's what I meant. That's what I should have done. But... Oh, well. I'm tired, guys.
I still will go just try to create a new account. Use it on your your PO box or something.
Okay.
Daughter's address.
Well, I do use my PO box. My PO box is the address that's linked on Bricklink.
Right.
Because you know that back in the day, people used to buy from my store just to get my address.
Just to figure out where you lived. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like,
really?
Yeah, which is kind of weird. I mean, it's like this. That's why I just put the PO box, and that way. Because I mean, I don't think it was ever like nefarious things.
Right.
But
yeah.
Anyway, because you get those 1 cent orders.
1 cent order, and it's still going to cost them $5 and shipping.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go.
Yep. All right.
I am tired.
Joey said, "All right, you go. We'll stay."
Okay. Joey must not have to go to work later.
I don't. Not tomorrow.
Oh, that's good. It's been a great episode. Other than the what do you call it when somebody throws something at you that you don't want?
Wet blanket.
Wet blanket. There you go. You wet blanket on my Bricklink parade. So if you like the wet, are you upset about that wet blanket? Leave a thumbs up on this video. If you're not, leave a thumbs up on this video. Go subscribe to Mardi Gras Men and BrickTrains because they'll get to keep their name on Lego. I'll be something else. Anyway, it's a bunch of bunk.